Perfidious being here, back to enlist one of the greatest military minds in the history of the human species to my cause in XCOM, War of the Chosen. Pete, shouldn't you have gone with Alexander if you're looking for a great military mind? No, and for two reasons. One, to the best of my knowledge, Alexander has never been played by Val Kilmer. I'm pretty sure that was Colin Farrell. And two, it's been reasonably well argued that Philip of Macedon is at least as responsible for Alexander's conquering most of the known world and some of it that wasn't known until he conquered it. He's at least as responsible for that as Alexander was. There's some pretty compelling evidence, actually, that he may have been a greater, like, battlefield general when it comes to military leaders. He may not have had the organizational and bureaucratic chops of Alexander, but on the battlefield, he may have been better. Also, he was like a military technologist as well. He did kind of revolutionize the hoplite infantry and make them a thing. Philip of Macedon gets overshadowed by his son, but he was a fucking badass, man. He got shot in the eye with an arrow during a siege and didn't even care. He just went back to the tent, had him rip the arrow out, and then went back to fighting. I'll take that man on my team any day of the week. And mostly because with only one eye, if the Virgil Adamson paradigm holds true and that blind is badass, Philip of Macedon is at least half of a badass already, because one of those eyes is gone. And right now somebody's like, Pete, didn't Philip of Macedon get his right eye gouged out by that arrow? He did, but on XCOM, as far as our customization options go, the left eye is exclusively where you can put an eye patch. So I kind of rolled with it. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. You got to cut me a little bit of slack here. Simon Magus, Bruce Wayne, you guys have been knocking them out of the park. Back to back to back. Also, you haven't really been getting promoted, so I don't see any particular reason to hold you guys back from a mission. We're sending out the Real Genius again, even though nobody loves him, just in the hope that maybe... Do you have a bond? Nope. You know, you're close with Doc Holliday, which gives us a reason to send the old Doc out, assuming he's not tired, and he's not. Give me Doc Holliday. We can't not take Philip of Macedon, so he's going on the mission. And then, I don't know, let's throw the janitor in for flavor. Did you go on our last mission? Nope, everybody's in pretty good shape. Our plated armor is available as well, is it not? No, because you know what? We didn't build it. Hold on a second then. We're gonna go do that. We don't want to skip this supply raid, although we don't really need the supplies. Hello, but we do want to get our plated armor and our celestial gauntlets built. I would actually take the Tempest gauntlets. If my choices are the Tempest gauntlets or the armor, I would prefer to have the gauntlets. Mag pistols, we don't need any of the rest of this shit, right? Nope, the rest of that does literally nothing for us, but do build us Predator armor. And we should be good then. We don't really need nanoscale vests at all. If we go down to the armory and test out
rifle the chosen hunter uses.
No,
there's just no way to be accurate without some kind of help.
That looks pretty good. I'm starting to, I'm feeling it. I've come into it this campaign. I'm starting to feel the burn of it. There's Lost in the area, but we've got the perfect anti-Lost ability. We got Between the Eyes. We can take out as many Lost as we want. And Philip of Macedon looking pretty badass in that armor. I'm not gonna lie, Phil. That's a strong look for you, buddy. Team's already kitted out. Let's do this. What's our actual mission, by the way? Bradford, aren't you normally here about now to give me like a mission briefing and tell me what it is specifically that I'm supposed to be doing? And then I make fun of you for being a drunk and we go about this whole codependent relationship that we have. You enable me to make terrible videos on the internet. I enable your drinking. And together we muddle through this life the best we can. Shocking moment of clarity for me, Perfidious Pete, right there. And that I realized fictional entity John Bradford actually is enabling some of my negative behavior. And that I am enabling his drinking by being the only person who thinks that John Bradford is a horrible drunk and perpetuating the mythos. I mean, if I just let it go, it probably dies, right? I'm responsible for Bradford's drinking because it only exists in my head. Well, let's do our patented pre-mission steroid injections. They don't test for performance-enhancing drugs here, folks. We don't have to worry about the PED testing. Ain't nobody gonna ask you to pee in a cup. You go ahead and enhance just as much as you want. Some of you guys have a lot of health. We're really juicing up, though. There we go. Everybody get them in. You know, if they say if you inject them into thigh muscle, you get a better absorption rate. Yeah, John.
There are significant readings indicative of the lost.
I don't care, though, Dr. Tigan. I can kill as many Lost in a turn as you can spawn. The Lost I have no fear of the Lost. I do have a pretty significant fear of that Spectre, though.
Working in close coordination to maintain a
if a Spectre happens to take advantage, and by take advantage, I mean, you know, body rape. No means no, Spectre, but I digress. If one of the Spectres happens to take advantage of one of our guys who has Blade Storm, that could be very bad for us, and that we'd be getting Blade Storm by our own team, and I really don't want my own guys hitting my guys with a Blade Storm. Yes, the Lost, but again, we really don't care about them. Batman? Okay, let's see who had. Batman has Blade Storm, Doc Holliday does not, Philip Macedon does not. Simon Magus, you do. I'm tempted to have you dash in here and just Blade Storm this man and see if we can get this guy to foolishly run past you. Maybe get you a free shot. You know what? I'm beyond tempted. I'm actually just going to go do it. Let's see if we can get this guy to step. Oh, he's got friends, though. Yeah, that's just some loss. We're fine. So we only did 6, but we did get some extra focus there from that rend. These targets, if nothing else, may provide some confusion cover for us. Run past our Blade Storm man, though. Yeah, there you go. The classic mistake. Classic mistake, Jimmy. Oh, he's gonna get Blade Storm when he runs away. Oh, his lightning reflexes, though, is a serious problem for us. We're gonna have a very difficult time getting anybody close enough to that dude to bring it the fight to him. We can't always parry. If these guys come running up close, they're just gonna get juiced to the Blade Storm anyway. We do have our follow-up move. Let's hold off on Simon Magus, because it's possible we may want to give him a bonus action as well, which is another thing we can do. Chris Knight, you do not have Blade Storm, but you can still get in here and get the job done. Go show this man what a real genius looks like. Well, real genius wouldn't have been one shy of the promised land. A real genius would have got the job done. In the meantime, Batman, we're probably saving you for a bonus action. Doc Holliday, can you come finish this dude off? You know, Doc, can you get some shots in here as well? Philip Macedon can get... Yeah, get Doc Holliday back out here. We need somebody to do a little shooting for us. If I'm going to put a gun in somebody's hand, that man's going to be Doc Holliday, mostly because he's got lightning hands, and even if he misses, this doesn't cost a shit, and it's a guaranteed kill. Right between the eyes. We've got some follow-up shots. In all likelihood, our best move is still to just come and rend it. Is there any chance you can rend? Nope, can't get there. All right, then. Just rend this, man. Come finish off this shield bearer. We may not be able to get him. Well, we didn't get him, but we did stun him, and that's just as good. A little bit of momentum. We're probably going to go into parry mode with that. We've got guys with Blade Storm and parry, so we don't really have a lot to fear from the Lost. Let's bring Philip Macedon up and see if we can't get him a couple cheap kills. 72% chance. He hurled the spear. He's not the only one who can get shot in the eye. He can also shoot you in the eye. Turnabout is fair play. Can also make himself some free focus and get 2 ability points from a sweet ambush kill. Not really sure how that's an ambush, but I'll take it. You can come over here and, I mean, we may as well finish this man off. He's stunned, but rending him does give us the option to parry, and it's more focus damage as well. And then we just need somebody who can do 1 damage to this dude. Probably Gallagher can't get there. Batman can't get there. So, Bats, we're going to have you come over here. Give your boy Simon Magus your one bonus action. We're going to have Magus go finish him off. I am not going to leave a Spectre unattended. Batman deploying his patented Batman stratagem. Hey, you hit him once. Have you ever considered maybe punching him again? Brilliant strategy, Bruce. I would have never thought of that. Those guys both got one focus. We could also, you know what? Your focus meter is full, so momentum moving you over there doesn't really do us a whole lot of good. Robbie Gallagher, we might bring you up here and see if maybe you can pick up some free focus. If we take our momentum move and go that way, we're almost certain to spawn a pod. Let's just... We did better than we had any right to do there. Everybody else go into parry mode. Well, hello. It's the Warlock. Don't be immune to melee, though. Don't be immune to melee. He can summon Advent Priest, enters Overwatch on ending his turn, gains health when nearby enemies take damage. Bonus damage from explosions, bonus damage from skirmishers, so the Warlock is a little tough for us. In that he has no weakness that we can take advantage of, really. He also has 35 health, which seems like a lot.
It's one of the chosen. This mission just got a little more dangerous.
You know, you say dangerous, I say potato. Those two things aren't related in any way, shape, or form, Bradford. I just like potatoes. Potatoes really kind of are the perfect food, though, right? Who doesn't love a good potato? What are you talking about? Shame and suffering. Doc Holliday? I'm pretty sure you made this orb, right? But for whatever reason, you can't pick it up. Is it because you guys are full? Can you not? Okay, can the janitor come sweep this up? Hey, Robbie. I mean, you got the name, dog. Get over here and sweep up this focus. He also cannot sweep up the focus. What the... I don't understand how this ability works, then. Maybe it's time for us to stop taking it. Or maybe he's already at maximum focus. Maybe the actual key is you have to have the ability to take advantage of it, which means we need it for literally everyone. Had not considered that. Simon Vegas, you have it, right? Just keep an eye out, gentlemen. We do want to try and keep our Blade Stormers in front. We'll make some Spectral Zombies. These guys are not non-issue. We don't have a lot of people with Fortress yet. Look at this. It's like synchronized swimming, except with bullets. The missing is also synchronized, by the way. And I can see Doc Holliday's eyeball. That's real disconcerting. Fantastic shooting, man. Boy, the Overwatch is useful. Maybe come step next to a guy who will Blade Storm you. Well, we need to move away from that, man. Maybe come stand next to Batman and get Blade Storm. Yep. Thanks for the free focus damage, chump. Oh, also the Lost, right. Hey, we can have the Lost go beat up the Warlock for us. He's that way. You guys mind? To the north a little bit. Just take a left turn at Albuquerque and head on up north and not going to cooperate, are you, though? Okay, we need to get away from this zombie because he's going to explode. Don't groan at me like that. Like, I forgot that you exploded. Come on. I've played the game before, sir. I mean, I'm not great at XCOM, admittedly, but I'm better than that. Batman, why don't you just... You know what, Batman, I'd say shoot at this man, but I know you're gonna... If I have you shoot at him, you're gonna fucking miss. Let's have Simon Templar do it, because he, unlike you, can be trusted.
The loss of these subordinates is as meaningless to me as it is to you.
Yeah, let's watch Batman miss a shot. What a surprise. Somewhere Joe Chill is actively laughing at you pretty much at all times. Meanwhile, Doc Holliday's not dicking around. He's just like, yeah, but Batman won't shoot him. But Doc Holliday has no such qualms. I will absolutely shoot him right between the stupid zombie eyes. What are you up to there, Warlock? Another lost swarm. Well, it's only a matter of time before those lost start doing our dirty work for us. They're in the vicinity of the warlock now. Some of them should start deviating in that direction. Somebody, please. Great shooting, guys. Keep up the good work. Philip of Macedon. There's my boy. Good shot, Phil. Who says that only having one eye screws up your depth perception? Pretty much ophthalmologists and most doctors. Anybody who knows anything about how vision works, really. That pod is an issue. So we got a muton, a couple sectopods. Sectopods, Pete? Yeah, right. Sectoids, you knew what I meant. What can we do about them? Well, we don't want to rush in and have this guy... Even with Blade Storm, that guy still has a chance to hit us. We should probably throw grenades at him or hit him with guaranteed damage attacks. And you know what? We've got some guaranteed damage in us. We have plenty of focus juice here. Let's just Volt him. Give him the old Mars Volta. I think this attack ignores armor also. It does appear to ignore armor, although that did the minimum amount of damage it could possibly do given our focus level, which is fantastic. We can either hit him with the Mars Volta, or... Also, Pete, you realize you're standing out in the open, right? Well, I hadn't considered it until you mentioned it, and now that you've mentioned it, I realize I am standing out in the open, which is not the smartest thing in the world. We could send Bruce Wayne up here, but he's not going to be able to do anything from there. What if we hit him the old Mars Volta? We could Mars Volta some of these sectoids. Everybody's going to need to be in cover at the end of this, or just out of line of sight will also work. We can see something from here. Can we use it with the Mars Volta? Give him the old Mars Volta then, Doc. Doc Holliday does not miss. He juiced him real good. We just need one more tap of the Electro Juice. Philip of Macedon's going to bring it over here, finish this muton off for us. It takes so much of our effort and focus, both literal and figurative focus, to take down those opponents. Robbie Gallagher. I'm actually tempted to have you throw a grenade to deliberately summon more Lost. Come down here, Chris Knight. Down in this hole and be in a position where we might be able to discourage these sectoids from flanking us. Batman, I really don't know what to do with you. That is a Lost Dasher. Can you hit once? I hate you so much, Batman. I'm never having Batman fire a gun again. It's just pointless. It doesn't do anything. He never hits. Oh, good. Well, we resisted the mind control, but we did panic. We have panicked in a very poor direction. What are you doing? When panicked, Batman can fire a weapon, but not unless panicked, huh? Okay. Gonna shoot at the Lost for me? That's fine. If these guys kick run it, that's less fine.
Do you feel their pain, Commander? Do you share their agony?
Who are you talking about? Where did those Lost come from? I'm a little salty about the 3 damage there. Sectoids getting in some cheap shots. Then again, the sectoids were among some of the more deadly foes in the original XCOM, and also in Enemy Within and Enemy Unknown. Get a bad shot from a sectopod or a sectoid, man, they could wreck a dog. We should be getting some Blade Storm here. Thanks for doing our dirty work for us. That guy did 5 damage to that dude. Bruce Wayne still panicked. Alright, well, first things first. The janitor, why don't you get to cleaning here? A lot of Lost in the area, big mess piling up. This is sort of your part and parcel. If anybody's gonna do the work here, it's you. Somebody get this man a dustpan. Get this man a dustpan. You know what? I take that back. Get this man a couple body bags. Get this man probably like a truckload of body bags because he's filling them up left and right. You know what? 90%? No. I mean, you're just being greedy, Pete. There's a man down there standing right next to that dude. Have him do the dirty work. Plus, it's no... don't let what's-his-name hog all the fun. That's not fair. Let other people have a good time. Everybody wants to participate, Pete. Let the rest of the team play a little. Then gut that sectoid. Don't think I forgot about you other sectoid, by the way, who hit me with that bullshit cheap shot. You touched his butt, though. Don't touch his butt. Well, we've gotten our panic removed. That's fantastic. Batman, we're going to bring you up here. We don't have the ability to instant kill people with melee. So anything that has more than 6 health, like, say, this guy, is potentially a problem. Do we have any guaranteed hits? Just the sectoid, which we don't want to take. You're not a dasher, you're not a dancer, you're not a prancer. Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. You know what? Nah, just rend them. That's one dead sectoid. We'll go into parry mode to keep us safe, and anybody who tries to come get up in Batman's grill is gonna get some sweet Aikido Kung Fu right up in their face. Batman will give him the old Ra's al Ghul, if you know what I mean. Doc Holliday. I mean, shit, why not? What else are you gonna do, Doc? Good shot. You know, Doc's about 6.5 gallons of wine in for the day, so he and Bradford got into a drinking contest before the mission started, and more than a few pints were traded between the two of them. Let's come up here and back Batman up. Double Blade Storm. The enemy, the way we've got him positioned here, if they want to get to Simon Magus, will have to go through both Batman's Blade Storm and Simon Magus's Blade Storm. I like those odds. Get the janitor to better cover, and anybody you can kill here, you know, feel free to chip in. Nice shot. Maybe give him a little bit more. He's working it. Didn't even need between the eyes with that one. That was a legit kill. Look at this. These guys are putting on a killing display. Between the eyes is just kind of broken. Like, between the eyes plus pistols is an unbelievable combination. The janitor picking himself up a promotion. Let's put him on Overwatch. Might as well parry there, real genius. Come get some. What do you got, Warlock? Be prepared to get pooped on.
Just as they have chosen you, Commander.
I don't think they chose us. I think we just kind of showed up. I don't feel like we were selected or in any other ways the member or winner of some variety of fortune lottery. We were just around, and you came down and started causing a ruckus, and we're like, well, we can beat that guy up. Let's just go handle it. He's going to make some priests. He's going to make one priest. Mind Scorch. What does Mind Scorch do? You have dazed Bruce Wayne and Simon Magus, but they're right next to each other and bonded. So they should be able to basically auto-recover. Gonna take some Overwatch here. Yep. Well, thanks for absorbing that Overwatch for us, The Lost. I appreciate it. In the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and whiff that like a champ. We're dazed, though. We may not be able to Blade Storm. I'll squander whatever I want to. You don't tell me how to live. Okay, so somebody needs to come over here and get these two undazed or they're going to get captured. A real genius does not have... Okay, so we have... You get Simon Magus. Simon Magus gets Batman. Batman gets himself. First, I pull my legs out with my arms, then I pull my arms out with my face. Simon Magus's days is over.
You have come for your captive friend.
Can we revive both of these guys?
Will you sacrifice for
Give me a Batman too, then. Bruce Wayne is still disoriented, though, which is bad. We need both of these guys. Actually, we need everybody to be able to rend here. If we kill this man, we are not going to be able to do that. So what kind of actions do Simon Magus and the Batman have? Nothing really good. They also... Batman can't rend. Okay, you're going to have to fall back then, Batman. We still need to kill this Lost. You can rend, but Batman cannot. The Janitor, what do you got? You could come up here, hit this guy, and then go into rend mode. Do you have somebody who could come keep you company? Doc Holliday? Not fast enough. Philip of Macedon can't do it. The Janitor would be up here all by his little lonesome. I don't like it. What is explosive? Intriguing. This presents options. But the first option, Batman, is fall back. Yeah, Batman, you know what? Bail. You got to get out of here, Bat. Go back and do the Bat 2C a little bit. I don't know where that man came from. Or why he wasn't previously paying attention. Anybody? It's okay. We got this. So, Simon Templar, you come and rend this man. This should not kill him, which is good, because we actually don't want him to die. Between the Eyes apparently also works on zombies. So anybody with Blade Storm then is literally immune to zombie damage. Intriguing. We're going to have to parry. The immune to zombie damage is very intriguing. You can get to that, man. Alright, Real Genius, you can make it up here. Come chop up this man. It seemed like Between the Eyes really should only work. You're going to parry. The Janitor. We could get you up here and have you parry. I'm just concerned about what happens if more than one person takes a poke at you. Because you are hurt already. We could put you in cover and have you throw... You know, this is a little dangerous. Robbie Gallagher does have the sustain ability, though. So he's... Worst case scenario, he's not dead. He's just really hurt for a really long time. What are you talking about? Truly archaic. That was actually kind of amazing. We got a twofer there. Don't tell me how to live, Bradford. You're not my dad. I would like to have somebody in Overwatch because that priest is going to get up. Philip of Macedon, you are that someone. Let's see how the Warlock reacts. Stasis is ended. Philip of Macedon, get speared, jump! That's my boy. That's the strategy that helped him win the Peloponnesian Wars, even though I'm pretty sure he wasn't involved in that. He's gonna mind control me? Well, that may work. It looks like it worked. It actually worked, though. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, so Batman, can you do anything about that? I think the answer is no. Also, you're on Overwatch, which really sucks. What if we... Oh, come on, man. We gotta knock that dude out of Overwatch. Doc Holliday. You know, Doc can only shoot our own team. We could take the Overwatch, but that seems like a terrible idea. We could just run up there and rend him. Well, okay, if somebody has to take the Overwatch, Robbie Gallagher actually is the ideal person for that because of his sustainability. If he gets hit, it can't kill him. Which, you know, he got hit, but the can't kill him part remains true. We hit him for 4. Yeah, we're gonna parry, though. We need some way to knock him out of mind control that doesn't involve us blade storming and killing a member of our own team, because that seems like highly probable. The only people we can hit is our own team member. There's no way for us to get out of this mind control, huh? Okay, one of you has an incendiary, right? What if we set the warlock on fire? Our other option would be to just throw volts at him over and over. Can we do this with... Can we set you on fire without Probably not, huh? We actually can't even throw it up there, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, I guess you're going to be getting a lot of the Mars Volta then. Enjoy. All we can do is hit him with Volt again and again and again. Batman, I would love for you to be able to come and pull your, like, partner out of this funk that he's gotten himself into. Doc Holliday has no shots at anything. Literally nothing, huh? Can we blow up the thing you are standing on? Maybe we can drop you through the floor? I don't want to be on Overwatch because I don't want people taking shots at Philippa Macedon. He's gonna rend somebody though, and then we'll be standing next to a mind-controlled man with Blade Storm. That seems tragically awful. We also need to be in cover.
I can make it.
Yeah, that mind control really fucked us, like pretty badly. Bruce, I want you to come over here, and you're all jacked up and dazed. Okay, there goes the Warlock. He's still in the fight. He's gonna Mind Scorch again, which dazes us. We're having a surprisingly difficult time with this man. He's dazed for 4 turns. Somebody's getting rent. That somebody is Bruce Wayne. Oh. Well, Simon Magus took a shot at him, but the shot came up short. We have no way to... Oh, he's going to go for the capture, and we have nobody even in the vicinity, though. Can you get over there? Oh, too slow. Doc Holliday could. He's the only game in town. All right, Philippa Macedon, come and wreck this bastard. And then go full parry. I want to surround this guy so he's got nowhere to go. Not that he, like, has to walk through a Blade Storm, but I mean literally just can't move because there's no path. The janitor could rescue him. You know what? Yeah. Go for the revive. We can't let anybody get captured. Chris Knight's no longer dazed. He is going to be disoriented almost certainly. Oh, he's actually fine. You can hit the Chosen with the Mars Volta. Give him the Volta. We got to get whatever damage we can get. And this may be a scenario where we don't have enough juice to kill this bastard. Give him the Mars Volta. We may not get him, but we're going to get close. If only Batman were here. So we move up, take a shot, then rend. We move up. We give him the lightning hands. We criticaled him for 3 damage. He's definitely going to attempt an escape here. We can rend him for 60. We need to hit this guy with literally anything to get the job done. Anything we could do here would give us a kill. All we need is a Blade Stormer in the area, and we don't have one. You know what? I blame Batman, actually. I don't suppose you could get close enough, Batman, to hit him with the Mars Volta? We needed a bonus action that we could not get. He's definitely going to flee. Or not. He's going to go set himself on fire. Spectral Army. This guy's... he's going to the mattress, though. I figured he would buck and run, but he's not. Mind control is lost. Well, it's about damn time. Simon Magus is back on the right team. I don't care about these guys at all.
Surrender yourself, Commander.
Nope, never gonna happen.
No more perishing variants.
It's never gonna happen, though. There is a spectral army up here. I don't think any of them, like, charged up or juiced up, though, so we can just go kill them. We need a Blade Stormer up there. Anybody want that particular no, of course not. Alright, real genius. Can't hit him, though, huh? This guy continues to put himself in places where... Very salty at the moment. Doc Holliday is not a Blade Stormer, but we're not letting the Chosen go, though. That's not gonna happen. Somebody has to get up here to be able to see the Chosen so that other people can charge the Chosen. No, we don't. Why can I not rend the Chosen? He's in some sort of protective bubble? The Chosen has put himself in some sort of protective bubble.
Only furthers the need for my presence here. We'll pay the price.
Does that protective bubble go away once your spectral army has been destroyed? It apparently does. That pulled you out of stasis? Good. Somebody come and kill this bastard. Robbie, can you get up here? You can? You're not getting away, shit biscuit. You've given me more trouble than I think maybe any other Chosen. He's still on his feet, though. He's still on his feet. How? I'm starting to think that maybe you are the Elder's greatest champion, actually. I mean, you're still dead, but... You've done it. That was hard fought, though. These Chosen are proving themselves to be a bit of a problem for us. Just because we have to run right up next to them. No, I'd prefer that you don't learn a lesson at all, Mr. Warlock. Take nothing away from this battle. Nothing. And that your mind control was shockingly effective.
Now we just have to work on putting them down for good.
Yeah, I mean, okay, Bradford, you say that. We did kill 32 enemies there on Operation Damned Prophecy, most of which were lost, who, again, are sort of gimme slam dunks for us, but sometimes you love to see a dunk. I mean, that's what puts asses in seats, right? The fans love it when you go up and shatter the backboard. They love it less when they have to spend like the next 45 minutes replacing the backboard and there's like a delay of game sort of thing happening. But for, you know, that split second before they realize the consequences of that action, the fans are really into the backboard shattering dunk. Do you think the NBA fines people for that? It kind of seems like they should, just for like littering or something. Yeah, Robbie Gallagher kind of took one to the face on that mission. How'd he do, though? Well, he did come out with a couple good abilities. Mostly we're just going to take Deflect. He still has 9 of his own ability points, which means for 3 XCOM points, we could pick up Lightning Hands. It is very... You know what? Yeah, do it. It doesn't look like Robbie's going to ultimately wind up being a Blade Stormer for us, so maybe we can make him more of a utility infielder. Bond level up available for Bruce Wayne and Simon Magus. We got to get our training center done so we can level these bonds. A level 2 bond would have been super useful there because when the turn when those guys were next to each other, they would have automatically dispelled their little distress. We can also bond. What do we got? Real Genius and Doc Holliday. Hell yeah. Custom poster featuring the bond. Real Genius and Doc. I mean, I think that Chris Knight may have had several doctorates, so technically this should be Doc and Doc. 2 dudes, Doc and Doc. Are they docking? Alright, I mean, whatever. I say if it feels good, do it. Experimental research. We might use the Frost Bomb. And maybe the Shadow Keeper is... It's probably not wieldable, though, because it's not a pistol. Like, we have mag pistols. not regular pistols. I don't think we actually can use those. We still don't have enough Illyrium to research Illyrium. Let's do resistance radio, because we sort of desperately need it. We've really delayed probably far too long on that already.
The mysteries of the Chosen's creation.
Advent has alloy plating. We're not too worried about the mysteries of the Chosen. Wait, shouldn't we have just gotten Illyrium? Yeah, you told me I didn't have 20 Illyrium, but you're full of shit. We just picked up a whole bunch of Illyrium for completing that mission.
For they are easily swayed by their own ambitions.
Game is full of shit. You're all... You know, you got an impacted coal in there. I'm calling bullshit on that. Plus, you'd probably feel a lot better if you actually did evacuate some of that shit. You got an impacted bowel. That's a serious health problem. Long enough timeline, if you go without pooping, I mean, you're just gonna explode. You know, spend a lot of time wandering around while you're wondering why your abdomen keeps swelling up. Our training facility, view facility. Actually, don't just view it. Let's make use of it. How this holographic image of a sectoid helps our team members deepen the bonds of matrimony? I've yet to discover. Maybe they go on like a simulated honeymoon adventure? That's probably it. There we go. Batman and Simon Magus get upgraded. Also, that makes them covert operators, which will help them a little bit if we decide to send them on a covert action. Not that we're likely to do that. They're too useful. We've been taking Bats and Simon Magus on a lot of missions. Shielded power coil is finished. Fantastic. We do need to build a proving ground. We also should probably dig out this exposed power coil. Putting a proving ground here is not terribly disuseful. Putting a training center adjacent to our work center, now that I think about it, is probably not a great idea. We should put the proving ground here, though. Let's go ahead and get that started.
Proving ground facility construction initiated.
Can we have a gremlin go work on this? In the meantime, we may not have it. Do we have an available gremlin? Hold on a second. First off, shovels. I mean, peoples and shovels. This is the way this works. Can we put... Get out of this. Can I assign a staffing gremlin here? Yes. Charles Robinson's gremlin. We'll just have you build it. This is fine. Ah, that Charles Robinson, the guy, we told him he'd get off of shovel duty, and what did we do? Gave him a duty running robots that are... We turned him into a shovel robot, man. But that's it. We didn't lie. It's sort of a Faustian bargain to be like, hey, we promise you won't spend your days in backbreaking labor shoveling anymore. Instead, you'll spend your days overseeing robots performing that same mindless, admittedly less backbreaking labor because the robots don't actually have spines. Covert action, reducing the Avatar project progress by a couple pips. Give me my covert operatives back. Jim Morrison picking up that sweet promotion. Iceman still looking cool in those shades. The Lizard King. Let's get a new covert action. First off, before we do that, get the Lizard King that much of vaunted promotion. Jim Lizard King Morrison. Yeah, you bumped up the corporal, dog. He is the Lizard. Oh, the Lizard King has Reaper. That's, like, really good. We are going to want Reaper.
Away from the Advent meat rations.
Blade storming, reaping, that stuff. Templar seems utterly amazing. Like, super good. Jim Morrison is turning into quite the little trooper. He's such a trooper. Soldiering on through his probably heroin-related death. Let's get another covert op working. What do we got left in the tank for this month, Bradford? We've done quite a few of these. You plus 4 aim, don't really care. We could go for information on the Hunter Stronghold. Don't really need supplies. We could hunt the Warlock. Plus 1 mobility for recruit a skirmisher. Or we could get a resistance order and a promotion. I mean, this is a mortal lock then. Iceman, go. Jim Morrison, go with him. Go be the Lizard King. And we're definitely... You know what? If you want to ambush Iceman and Jim Morrison, knock yourselves out. I'm not spending 25 intel to negate an ambush. You ambush these two at your own fucking peril. I just wish the resistance order was, like, a little better.
My kind will do whatever is needed.
We can upgrade this? Holoplanner.
Commander, we've pushed our current power systems to the limit. We don't have any capacity to spare.
Were you about to say something about a square to spare? A joke that's been driven into the absolute ground and really wasn't that funny to begin with, Lily Shen? I mean, it was only marginally funny when Seinfeld did it, and then it's just been hammered into the dirt like a tent peg in the last 15 years.
New discoveries, Commander.
And by a number of new discoveries, Commander, I mean specifically we've made just the one discovery. Specifically, we learned how to make radio towers. We should do a faceless autopsy.
I am at a loss for words to describe the difficulties we have had in
what about that breakthrough up there? We have yet to have a breakthrough that has looked even slightly appealing.
The nebulous
a +1 pistol damage,
including a pliable
I suppose would be quite nice.
Seems to be slowly degrading now that the creature has expired. There is also a pungent odor.
Does it smell like silly putty? Tell me it smells like silly putty, Dr. Tigan. Tell me that pungent odor is that same odor you got as a child when you cracked open one of those little red eggs and smashed that goopy slop onto a newspaper so that you could have a double copy of that week's Garfield. That's really what I want to hear. Double the Garfield.
Commander, we can now construct radio relays in any region where we've made contact with the local resistance.
If only we were currently making contact with a local resistance in one of those regions where we might successfully deploy a radio. Oh, wait, we are. If only John Bradford wasn't so interested in telling me how to do my job and just let me do my job.
Forward on the Avatar project. Taking out that facility would deal a serious blow to their efforts.
We gotta have a proving ground first, Bradford. They're really cranking it up, though. We knocked it down by 2, they raised it up by 2. We come at them with a knife, they come back with a gun, we put one of theirs in the hospital, they put one of ours in the morgue. Do you guys not see how this is potentially just escalating out of control? There's a risk of capture on all covert actions. That's a terrible dark event, though. Absolutely horrible. Or is it? We've always been really terrified of capture, but I suppose if we get a guy captured, we could just go and rescue him. There is always the thing of it to be like, well, he's got captured. We don't have to let him sit in prison and languish for months on end like we did with Box because we thought it was funny. We could actually just go do the rescue mission, though. That's probably the much better strategy. Get back in a training center. Don't we have another bond to level up? I thought we did, but I guess we don't. Well, back to scanning then.
Incoming message for you, Commander.
It's probably Optimus Prime with our... Yeah, the Avatar progress went up by 4. That's a lot. And that's despite us choosing to thwart the dark event that gave them an extra 2. I guess we reduced it by as much as they increased it by. Well, now technically we stopped them from increasing it by 2 and then reduced it by 2. So they still made a net gain of 2. They also completed 2 dark events, which kind of sucks. What do you got, Mind Eater? Brutal resistance crackdown. What's old My Baladerp over here? He's going to try and sabotage the Avenger. I'm not sure what he's hoping to sabotage, but don't really care. Advent units have a chance to enter Overwatch after being revealed. That kind of sucks, because we don't have a lot of ways to potentially deal with Overwatch, and I can't help but notice that they've gotten the new construction event yet again. Shirks. What do we have to counter it? A new order that is probably going to be not especially useful. You know, research breakthroughs, I guess, are twice as likely. We could also maybe use that extra... Nah, we don't really need Avenger power. If we need Avenger power, we'll just build it. Go grab those supplies. We'll get back to the resistance cell. You guys are always the ones that saying, Pete, you have supplies available. There are supplies, Go pick up the supplies. Then when I do pick up the supplies, you're like, oh, by the way, in exchange for these supplies, you realize you're going to stop making contact. Make up your damn mind. Which one is the priority? Operation Bone Dance? Oh, Optimus Prime, I didn't know you cared. I can't say no to a man with a sexy bald dome like that. We're going to have to do this mission, but we're going to have to do that next episode. If you want to see Optimus Prime and I do the Bone Dance, you might consider subscribing. Drop new episodes of XCOM every single day. If you enjoyed this one, you might drop a like down in the comment section as well. Right now, however, I'm going to go oil up my bone. Thanks very much for watching. I'll be dancing down the hallways of your house in the very near future. It's not a threat, just a reminder that, you know, I'll play more XCOM.